Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So this video is week 188 and 189 combined because 187 was late last week. So I just figured I would just put the 2 weeks in together for you guys. So as most of you know who have been following me, this week was just about getting back on track. Had a major setback recently. If you didn't catch my last video, gained a lot of water weight from just falling off track big time. But we are back on track. We are getting it done. We are not making excuses. We're going to keep moving forward no matter what. No matter what setbacks happen in our life, the comeback is what matters the most. And that is what we're going to focus on, right? So we're going to talk about all of that, getting back on track. I'm going to give you a scale update, see how much water weight I lost. Also, I filmed the first 4 days of getting back on track. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did, what I ate to get back on track, and also how I felt, because it was about a couple weeks. It was just maybe like 10 to 12 days of just falling back into that old lifestyle. You know, the old Steffi, the comfortable and familiar lifestyle, yet that is very uncomfortable and miserable at the same time. I kind of fell back into that, which I did explain it in last week's video. So coming out of that is always hard. Coming out of when you struggle with carb addiction, man, is the struggle real. So I wanted to just film, like exactly what I ate, but also how I felt and some of the withdrawal symptoms that I had to go through. So that is what this video is going to show you. I also am going to give you a final weight at the end of this video and measurements. We're going to take measurements at the end of this video as well to see how many inches were lost in the last week. So let's get into it right now. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I have battled with obesity and food addiction my entire life, but really 174, losing 200 pounds, that is just my scale goal. The real goal is fixing the mindset, what got me to that highest weight? What got me to almost 400 pounds at that time? Obviously, we got some junk. Obviously, we got some things to deal with if I spent my entire life living as that person. So that is what my channel primarily focuses on, is the mental part of this journey, because really it is the most important part of this journey. But I also do a lot of what I eat in a day videos. I started out my journey 3.5 years ago doing keto and intermittent fasting, and I have transitioned into more of a low carber these days. So I share what I eat to lose weight. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if that interests you. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. Come join us over there. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All of that is down below. All right, guys, before we get into the video, I want to talk about the April activity challenge, which I did mention previously at the beginning of March, I believe. I wanted to do just a little activity challenge in April just to get our bodies moving. It's starting to get nice out. But of course, we just got 1.5 feet of snow yesterday, but it's okay. We're getting there. We live in Maine. Happy spring, right? But it's gonna start getting nice out. And so it's a perfect time to just get your body moving, increase that energy level. And if it's something that you struggle with too, just like me, we really need to focus on this. And so in April, I want to commit every single day to doing something. And I would like to do at least 20 minutes a day. If you're not used to moving, commit to 5 minutes a day, as long as it's something. Commit to just something every day. It doesn't even have to be a certain time limit. Just say, okay, well, I'm just gonna walk around my house, a few times and just get moving and get those steps in. It doesn't really matter, but I really want us to be intentional with this. I really want to focus on getting fit and moving more and feeling better and feeling stronger. So commit to 20 to 30 minutes a day in April of whatever activity you choose, or just commit to something every day. That is what we're going to focus on. For me, I am actually coming up with a schedule of what I want to do. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is going to be my upper body day. Every day I'm going to hop on the elliptical, get my blood going, get some cardio in, but then I'm going to work on strength training because I really want to build muscle. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be upper body, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays will be lower body, so I'll focus on my legs. And so I've already started working out. I've already started, getting into the routine of moving my body and, using my weights and feeling really good. I'm doing my planks. And I love the feeling of sore muscles the next day. When you start moving those muscles, when you start using those muscles that you haven't used in a really long time, it just feels really, really good. Now, I have arthritis in my legs and around my knees, and I did a squat challenge recently, and that did not go well. So I totally overdid it. I did not know my limit, and I ended up really hurting my legs. So I do plan on doing squats. For my leg days, I plan on doing squats and donkey kicks and leg raises, but I am not going to overdo it. I am going to listen to my body, and as long as I just keep moving and I keep doing something, that's what we're gonna focus on. So I'm gonna be taking my inches at the beginning of April, and that's what we're gonna use, and then we're gonna take our inches at the end of April, and I may do it weekly just to keep visualizing it, see how we're doing. But we're going to focus on inches next month and not the scale. So that's the goal moving forward in April. Let me know down below if you're in for the activity challenge, the April activity challenge. Let me know what your goals are, what you're going to commit to every single day. If you do happen to miss a day in April, that doesn't mean that you've failed. Keep going. Just pick yourself back up the next day and let's crush it. All right, guys, so first off, last week's video was really hard to make because it's never easy to admit your weaknesses. It's never easy to admit your mistakes. I have to admit it to thousands of people, and I love it. I really, truly love it. That is why God called me to do this. That is why God called me to create this YouTube channel so that I can hold myself accountable, number one, but also inspire others out there to get healthy with me, but to really attack those parts of our journey that we need to. And we take this journey together, don't we? We struggle with the same things. And when I was going through my setback, guys, if you didn't watch last week's video, I gained 18 pounds in almost 2 weeks. It was bad. And so when I knew that I had to come on here and admit that to you guys, in my head, I'm thinking I'm the only one that has done that. Like there's no way people will gain that much weight. I was shocked, but not so shocked at the same time of how many people truly go through this issue and truly have a food addiction. And it's such a real thing that people that don't struggle with addiction, they just don't understand. But I was overwhelmed by all the support and the love that you guys gave me in last week's video. Truly, it really does mean everything to me because it lets me know that I'm not alone. I'm not alone on this journey, and that we are all together. We are all trying to do this. We're all trying to crush our goals together and really figure out what's going on up in our heads. And some of us do struggle with different things. Some of us do have different obstacles to face, but it doesn't mean that we have to face it alone. We can do this together. So before we get into, what I ate to get back on track and how I was feeling and the scale results and the measurements and all the good stuff, right? I just wanted to share, I was trying to think of what is going through my brain when I choose to eat something. And I shared with you guys that I stopped drinking alcohol at night as well. It just became this really bad habit of mine that I would just make some drinks at night just to kind of escape and not feel those emotions. And so I was kind of comparing food and alcohol and what these two things make me feel. And with food, I truly have an addiction. It's something I've lived with almost my entire life, ever since I was a little girl. And I feel the addiction, I can have some of my trigger foods if I don't overdo it. I can live like a normal person if I don't overdo it, if I stay alert, if I can control it. It's not like I have to stay away from these foods all the time, but I have to control it. I have to keep my mind strong, and I have to keep this health journey a priority at all times. And so when I don't do that and I go overboard and I have a little bit too much, full-blown addiction. And it's very, very frustrating. But at least I can be aware. You know, like I've been so successful on this journey. I hit 180 pounds lost at the end of last year. And so I have been really successful, which proves to me that I can do this. And also with this setback, you know, seeing my addiction come back out again, losing all control, gaining 18 pounds in almost 2 weeks, just shows me that anything can happen if I let it. You know, like if I just let go of that control a little bit, or not rely on God, you know, for his strength during those times of weaknesses, it can happen. It can happen at any time. So we need to be aware, we need to be alert, but I'm glad things like this happen because it does show me, number one, I need to be alert, but number two, we can come back from it. And that is what it's all about, is just coming back, standing back up. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall down all the time. But getting back up is what matters. And that is what we do. That is what we do. We get back up and we keep pushing and we keep fighting. You know, I think a lot of us focus on the physical weight. Now, I am an everyday weigher. I do weigh in. I do look at that scale. I love to see the scale results. I love to see the weight go down. Who doesn't, right? But when we focus solely on that, we're missing the point of this journey. It's not about that. It's about the lifestyle. It's about learning how to live this life for the rest of your life, figuring out what works and what doesn't, really, really, truly learning more about yourself, learning more about your addiction and how this is going to work for you going forward. This isn't just a diet. This is a lifestyle that we need to figure out. And just like me in the beginning, I feel like a lot of people just focus on, okay, well, I have to lose weight. I have to figure out my diet. I got to get this and this and this right. You know, I got to meal prep. I got to do this. I got to prepare, which, yeah, we do. Of course we do. Diet is so important, right? But it's not everything. It's really a small fraction of it because it all starts in the mind. It all starts with your mindset. And that is what we need to focus on. That is what is important because we need to figure out what is making us tick, right? Like what's making us fall off track or what's triggering those feelings inside of us that's making us turn to what makes us comfortable. The weight gain is just a physical result of what we're turning to instead of dealing with what we're supposed to be dealing with. It's not about the weight. It's not about the food that we're consuming. It's about what the food is numbing us from. It's about what we feel the food is taking us away from. And if you have a personal unhealthy relationship with food like I do, like I have always had my entire life, then you know what it feels like to just be stuck in those feelings of whatever you're feeling. Doesn't matter if it's boredom, anger, depression, pain, sadness, you know, whatever you're feeling. If you have that relationship with food, you know that it's going to take you out of it. Even if it's temporary, even if you're going to feel far worse afterwards, you know that in that moment, that temporary satisfaction will mean everything. And it takes you down, doesn't it? Like it just takes you down. Food has always been my best friend and my worst enemy my entire life. And so I really just want to figure this out. And the way to do that is to dissect the mind. We got to figure out what's going on inside of our heads. And when I was comparing food with alcohol, I know I have a full-blown food addiction. There's no denying that. I've known that for years and years and years. With alcohol, it just became this bad habit for me, and I was truly addicted to the behavior of drinking. I was truly addicted to numbing my feelings, and that is what alcohol did for me because it allowed me to just kind of escape. And I went through a really rough time starting like 2.5 years ago, and I was just putting so much pressure on myself to be this certain person, and I struggled with insecurity so badly. And so every day I just kept beating myself into the ground, like mentally, physically, everything. I was so exhausted and so tired that it just eventually I broke down. And alcohol took me away from that, even if it was just at night. I've never been a day drinker, never wanted to, never interested in that. Would wait for my kids to go to bed and then I'd have, you know, a few drinks. And I was trying to figure out like, what exactly do I feel that made me want to do that? And it's so sad because like I mentioned, I do struggle with insecurity. I like really bad. And ever since that I've been seeing my therapist, I'm noticing and realizing how much I really do struggle with insecurity. And when I would drink at night, It obviously would numb any of the feelings that I didn't like, the stress of my life and just anything that I just didn't want to feel, because that's what I do, right? I run away from pain. I run away from anything that I don't want to feel. And so it would numb those feelings. But also I realized recently that alcohol made me not feel like myself. And I didn't want to feel like myself. I didn't want to feel like myself anymore because I was just stuck in this big hole of insecurity. And I didn't want to feel it. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to keep beating myself up. And that's what I did with those feelings. That's what I did with those emotions. I would feel them, but then I would just beat them back in. I wouldn't deal with them. I didn't want to feel them. So it's just like, no, go away. I'm not dealing with you. I don't want to feel you. Go away. That's what I need to work on. And so alcohol would take me away from that. Alcohol would just allow me to just, feel different, just feel carefree, feel happy and not have to feel any of those emotions. With food, it would make me happy. It would be like this satisfaction. It would bring me like this false sense of joy that I would feel in that moment. And maybe in a way it made me not feel like myself too. But either way, it's numbing those feelings. I'm numbing those feelings that I don't want to feel. So that is key, guys. Like if you struggle with anything that you're turning to instead of dealing with those emotions, that is where we need to focus. We need to focus our mindset on feeling it. We need to feel the emotions. And of course it's hard. But like I say, so many times, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, and we can do hard things. We can do hard things, but it's going to take effort. It's going to take work. And I know those two things are the same thing. But it's going to take it. It's going to take hard work. But we can do it. We just have to be intentional. And we have to discipline ourselves. And we have to be committed to this no matter what. And even though you fall down, even though you stumble, just get back up, dust yourself off, straighten that crown, and keep going. Because we got this. We are so capable of doing this. All right, guys, let's get into what my days looked like for the first 4 days of getting back on track after a huge setback of gaining 18 pounds in almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it was a rough one. But I wanted to walk you through the first 4 days, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to have a final weigh-in at the end of this video with measurements. So let's go. All right, guys, so just like I suspected, it is a hungry day today. So I did get hungry this afternoon and I ended up having some pepperoni, which I get the Bridgeford pepperoni slices. I had probably, 15 slices or something like that. And I had 2 mozzarella cheese sticks with it as well. And usually when I come off of a binge fast, which thankfully I don't have them a lot anymore, I don't, like I said before, I don't just jump right into fasting and just kill myself. Like if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. I'm just going to keep it low carb. So I don't really put too much pressure on myself. If I want to snack, I'm going to snack. I'm just going to snack on the right thing. So that's what I did. I also had my iced coffee as well, which I thought would kind of hold me over, but I was hungry. I just wanted to snack. Oh, so anyway, I did have that to eat. We have a music concert to go to, Ozzy's music concert tonight. And so we're not going to be eating until after we get home, which is going to be around like 7:30. But we're just going to pick up a rotisserie chicken at the store and I'm going to have that tonight. And that is all I'm going to have because I am staying carnivore today. So yeah, that's what we plan on doing later. And we'll see how the night goes. And I do not plan on having any snacks tonight at all. But if I get hungry, I might just have some cheese. But I'm going to try and push through. We're gonna get through this. Okay, so irritability has officially set in, and of course it was right when my kids got home, so maybe I was irritable earlier, but didn't notice it until my lovely kiddos got home. But man, this sucks. Oh, this part sucks. Oh my gosh, and I'm starting to get headaches, so I think I'm gonna take some Tylenol. Yeah, I can do this. I can get through it. And I just had some more pepperoni, which I didn't want to do, but I'm just like so hungry and just snacky and irritated, and but this is the worst part of it. We're just gonna push through. This is keto flu. This is sugar withdrawals. This is like, it's just a horrible, but we're gonna get through this. We're gonna keep pushing, keep moving forward. Gee, I wonder why I'm so irritated. Okay. Anyway, we're going to the concert pretty soon, and then we're gonna eat some chicken. But, I'm irritated. Pray for me and my kids. Good morning, guys. So on to day 2 of getting back on track. And this morning I stepped on the scale and I am 213.2. So I lost 5 pounds in one day. So here we go. Water weight flushing out. Oh, it's just crazy. Isn't it crazy? It's so crazy. You stop and think about it. How easily I can put on weight, but it does come off just as quickly when we just get back on track. So today I'm following the same plan as far as coffee goes. I just had a vanilla swirl hot coffee in my self-heating coffee mug that my husband got me for Christmas. I'm absolutely in love with this coffee mug. Seriously, it keeps my coffee hot. And that is the whole reason why I was drinking ice for so long. I still love iced coffee, but like in the morning, I would wake up and just have an iced coffee because I can't stand drinking cold coffee when it's supposed to be hot. Like, I want it to be hot. I was constantly putting it in the microwave over and over and over again to get it hot. And so he got me a self-heating coffee mug. It's just so cool. I just love it. So I had a vanilla swirl coffee this morning. I'm gonna make another coffee, I believe, but I'm just going to try and drink as much water as I can today. I did not do well with water yesterday. I didn't do as good as I wanted to or as I should have. So I'm gonna be better about my water today. And we're gonna see how hungry I get. I don't know if I might do OMAD today, 1 meal a day, but if I do get hungry, I'll probably just have tuna again. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But for dinner, we plan on having breakfast for dinner. So keeping it carnivore again today. I'm just gonna have cheesy scrambled eggs and bacon tonight. And yeah, so I will let you know for sure what I'm gonna be eating today. And I feel like I had like way too much pepperoni yesterday. So, but it was day 1 and I was just snacky. I do feel better today. I did wake up with a headache this morning though, and I did get headaches last night. I don't feel irritable today, but it'd be cool if I'm not irritable. Today, but we'll see. But did wake up with a headache this morning, so hopefully that just passes by quickly, and then we can just move forward with this, get it out of the way, put the past behind us. It is what it is, right? All we can do is just move forward, making the right choices now. I feel like my head is just, oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go make another coffee and maybe get some editing done. Chris took the kids to Walmart. Ozzy's in school, so I have a nice quiet house. So I'm gonna enjoy that. Maybe that's why I'm not irritable. Okay, see you later. Good morning, guys. So we're on day 3 and I still have a headache. It was all day yesterday and it's still there. I just took some more Tylenol, but oh my gosh, I knew I would get them. I knew this would happen. But yeah, day 3 still getting the headaches, and I just feel like, I don't know. I just still feel crappy. So we're gonna see how long this lasts and how long the withdrawal symptoms last. But yeah, I'm still totally in my robe. I'm doing some editing, getting a video out to you guys. The video, the addiction video. So that is gonna go up, which by the time you watch this, you've already seen it. Anyway, so I'm totally still in my robe, but I do plan on getting dressed today. I already had lunch. It was around 12:30 when I had lunch, and I had tuna again. I had a can of tuna with mozzarella cheese, and I put some of the leftover bacon from last night, a piece of bacon in that, and it was just really super yummy. So I just want to get rid of this headache. It's just annoying. Really, really annoying. And I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight, but I'll let you know. I think chicken. I think we're gonna do chicken. But yeah, all right. See you in a bit. Oh, and I never shared my weight with you. I was just outside, so that's why my nose is like red. I'm cold. Anyway, it's supposed to snow tonight. We're supposed to get some snow, so it's like that bitter cold. This is spring in Maine. Anyway, so I didn't share my weight with you, what I was this morning. I weighed in at 212.4. So I am down a little bit more. Lost 5 pounds the first day. So yeah, my probably trying to catch up. So lost another pound yesterday, and we're just gonna keep on going, right? 18 pounds up, so another 12 more to go. We can do it. So it's 4:30 now, and I'm hungry. I just had the rest of the cheese cubes, my extra sharp cheddar. Finished those, and I just made a ham and cheese roll-up, which is 2 pieces of deli ham and a mozzarella cheese stick. So yeah, hungry. And we are going to have chicken tonight, and my hubby's gonna cook it, and that's all I'm gonna be having is just chicken. So I'll show you when we make it. Good morning, guys. So we're on day 4 of getting back on track, and the headache is gone finally. Oh my gosh. Thank God. Mama. Thank God. Hopefully it doesn't come back. I had a hot coffee this morning. I'm making an iced coffee right now, and I'm hungry. Like, it's 10:15 and my stomach is growling. Last night I had chicken for dinner. Chris cooked it. He cooked up some boneless chicken breast, and he seasoned it with all-purpose seasoning and some salt, and it came out really good. And so I had that, but I felt hungry and nauseous last night. Like, my body needed carbs, and it could just be another withdrawal symptom, you know, like just, I don't know, just feeling nauseous and my body wanting carbs. So anyway, I ended up having a tomato last night with pink salt, so it's super yummy, and a small handful of peanuts as well. And it just helped me feel so much better. And this morning I weighed in at 210.2, so I dropped another couple pounds, which is really cool. So we're heading in the right direction, moving forward. I'm just gonna keep listening to my body, and if I feel hungry, I'm gonna eat, and I'm just gonna eat. I'm gonna make the right choices, right? That's what we do. All right, so not really sure what's on the menu today, but I will keep you updated. Gonna go enjoy my coffee and do a little bit of housework.
Find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours.
Hey guys, so 4 days of getting back on track is done with, and I did step on the scale this morning, and I am 209.0. So I have lost 9 pounds in 4 days, which is awesome, but I'm still 9 pounds up. So we still have a ways to go. I am not being super strict with myself because I just don't feel like that helps with the mindset sometimes, especially after you come off of like a binge mode. And I think just being really super strict with yourself just kind of messes with your mental state. And it all depends because I've done egg fast, I've done carnivore before and been perfectly fine getting back on track, and it's really centered me. But sometimes when I'm just kind of stuck in that mental rut, sometimes it's just to go easy on yourself and not worry about losing the bloat and the water weight super fast like all the other times. And I know that's what we like to do. We like to see the weight come off. I know I do. But feeling good mentally is really super important, and you just don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. But I did lose 9 pounds in 4 days, which is awesome. But I was holding on to a lot of water weight, 18-pound gain. I mean, that's crazy. But we're just going to keep on going. I'm just doing regular keto right now. The last couple of days, that's what I've been doing. A couple of days of carnivore in the beginning, and I'm just going to move into doing keto from now on, and I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry. I would like to stick to a fasting schedule of my eating window will be 1 to 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And so what I am starting to do to break, because you guys know that I just quit drinking at night. And so when I did that, I started eating at night. And so I just kind of transferred into something else. It's just my addictive personality. So I'm trying to beat that. I'm trying to figure it out. So what I have been doing is having, let me get it. At 8 p.m., that is the last time, or like a little bit before 8 o'clock, is when I will have the last thing to eat for the night. And I've been having these. I love these yogurts. They're so super yummy. I got the strawberry and the vanilla. So I will eat that, and it adds another 15 grams of protein at night, which is cool. And so I've been like something I can look forward to. Like I said, I have such an addictive personality that it's like, I feel in my head like I need to have something to look forward to. So if I can transfer to something healthy and, I just break those habits and just start creating new habits. So I know it's super small, a yogurt at night, but if it's something that I can look forward to, a sweet treat or, something good and healthy for me, we're going to do it. We're going to try it. And then I will probably, Chris went and bought me a tea kettle. And I'll probably start having a cup of tea after that as well. But nothing else to eat at all after my yogurt, and then nothing to eat until 1 or 2 p.m. the next day. So that's what we're doing moving forward, continuing on with low carb and keto. And yeah, we're going to do this. We are going to rock it. So getting back on track is never easy, especially when you fall hard. And thankfully, I haven't fallen that hard in a long, long time, not for years. But man, does it mess with your mind. Man, it takes you down sometimes. And you feel so helpless and you feel so weak. And it's so incredibly frustrating. But for me, what has brought me out of those holes this time around, and what's different for me on this journey than what has been my entire life is that I am relying more on God's strength. I'm such a control freak. I always try to do things my own. I always think I got it. I always think that I'm strong enough and that I can do it as long as I'm in control. It's bull. It's bull. Obviously, that's why I failed over and over again. So learning how to turn to Him, learning how to surrender to Him, learning how to just use His strength to get through this and not my own. That is what's changing the game for me. But I have to say, it's never easy. It's never easy, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be hard because it's not going to change us if it's not hard. So this morning,